Good evening, truckers. Welcome back to another live stream here on Amazing ATS. George Sparko, what is up, guys? And we are in the Freightliner Cascadia. Whoops, I'm sorry, I mean Cascadia. This is the 2018 version, originally done by Conbar. This is the Galamim edit. It is currently at version 1.9. If you do want to give this a download, it is on the SCS forums. We're just going to be doing some fun today, freight runs, and right now we are sitting here in Nogales, Arizona. We are taking our first load over to Dole Farms in El Centro. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb in, get the truck fired up, and get her moving on down the road. And underneath the hood today, we do have our 18-speed transmission. The Detroit in this mod sounds absolutely horrible, so we are running a Cummins X15, a performance series at 605 horsepower. Not doing too bad for a Tuesday. Not driven this truck in like forever, so I figured, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and run it today. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I ran this truck was on Coast to Coast, which was like version 2.5. I'm not gonna complain about it, but it actually sounded more like a Euro engine than anything else. And it's like, no. This is an American truck. It is not gonna sound like a Euro thing. There you guys go, the good old train horn today. That sounds like that's from Erdes Volvo, so apparently that has been ported over. Junior, what's up today? El Centro, California is the current run. We've got a load of fertilizer on the wagon. We're not running a reefer today. We are going to be doing all dry box. So go imagine that. No, this truck came out after I had retired off the road. I have driven a Century class, does that count? Which was kind of like a very early model of this one. Of course, it's had numerous redesigns since then. You know what's funny? The Chrome Shop Mafia went ahead and did up a... They took a 2016 Cascadia and pimped it out. It actually looked really, really good. Well, you're talking, I think, 94 is when the first Century class came out? Or it could have been 95. I started driving in 96, so maybe it wasn't that early. Maybe it was 96 when they first came out with the Century. Yeah, we need to jump on 8 here, so definitely not recommended to cut across 2 lanes of traffic. And, whoops, only should have went 1. I'm sure you probably could if you wanted to, George. Yeah, the FLD was the main truck that I drove back in the day when I was driving. Ornata easily, Junior. You know, I did have a working Ornata mod, but I'm not sure what the hell I did with it. It's not in my mod manager. In these days, the Ornata was called the 122 SD. Why they came up with a name like that, your guess would be as good as mine. The Columbia was more so, it was the truck between the Century and the first iteration of the Cascadia. So you can say that was kind of, you would be able to say it's like a sister truck if you would. they do that, they can kiss any trucking business goodbye. Yeah, I don't see how that is going to work. I mean, that's literally, I'm going to say right now, impossible. And it's not the trucks that are the problem in California, it is all the four-wheelers. I mean, just look at the smog around Los Angeles, San Francisco, the Bay Area up there. It's quite bad. Not a whole lot at all, George. Basically, you've got a couple of different bumpers, either fully paint in black or plastic. There's no customization on the mirrors. You've got the duty, painted, and then chrome, which I'm running. You've got some different stacks, but not a whole lot. And then, of course, you got flow belows or regular mud flaps for the drives. Hey Martin, I did get your message last night. No, my Volvo trucks have not disappeared. Is that the walking floor trailer by chance, Martin? You got that right, George. Yeah, that was reported with one of the axle configurations. I'm not sure if he's got it completely fixed yet or not. Yeah, I saw the mod, I was going to download it, but then I figured, no, I'm not going to, at least not yet. One thing this truck does come with is skins, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't even recommend using them. They are so poorly done, it's actually quite atrocious. And hats off to Felipe Combar for at least trying, but there are definitely better skins that can be used for this truck. this is the other truck that SCS currently has licensed, is the 2018 Cascadia. We have gotten no more teasers on it, with the exception of a very early look at the body. And, I mean, there were no axles or anything on it, so when we will see this truck, your guess would be as good as mine. It could be later this year, it could be next year before we get it. No, I would not drive for Martin. Not that I don't like my brother, but if I had the money and the means, I would be pulling for myself. They did, George. It was, if you look back into a blog right around the release date of ATS, there were pictures of it. I think it was one of the licensing blogs that showed a picture of the 2016 Cascadia. I have no idea if we're going to be getting that truck. As much as I like the Mac Anthem, no, I would not be running that actually. You try to take a special transport load in Truckers MP, it disconnects you automatically. So if he was wondering why he was not seeing any traffic, and that would be why. That was suggested many times, George. I don't know how they would implement it, though. And let's see, where do they want the wagon? Right there? Hey, we can get in there quite easily. Look at it. It's a wiener wagon convention. Alright, and where can we go? You know what? I'm just going to keep heading north. We're going to end up in Oregon today, so we'll go ahead and take this run up to Sacramento to Walmart, a load of dry fruits. I would have some customization on it, but it definitely would not be a show truck. One thing I really would love to see SCS do is have the ability on the stock skins, and that would be on any of them, in order to have us be able to choose a font or whatnot, and or even a style of a logo, so we can put our own company names on our doors. There's a lot of people who don't know how to create skins, and you can sit and follow a tutorial along, but one little mistake and then of course the skin doesn't show up in the game. But having the ability to label your truck with your company name and whatnot, that would be awesome. I cannot wait for that either, Sparko, because that feature, I believe, is going to make the truck sound a little bit better, yeah, a little bit better, and we'll get the whooshing sound of air as we travel along, too, so that is one feature I am looking forward to. Here's hoping with DX11 that the trucks will start to be able to get dirty, and the truck washes that are currently in the game will actually open so we can wash our vehicles. No, I would have been in a W900 back in the 90s. It doesn't matter. You want to give me a freight checker to drive? I'll drive one. Want to give me a Kenny? I'll drive a Kenny. Want to give me a Peter car? Hey, I'll drive a Peter car. Volvo or Mac? Hell yeah, I'll drive one of those too. that was actually in the game, George. With the way that it was implemented, they were not happy with it, so they did scrap that for the time being. I mean, I'm hoping that we are able to get to see our trucks dirty here sometime in the future. One thing before we make this turn though, I haven't had a whole lot of rain in my streams lately. Let's go ahead, oh, that would be why. Let's go ahead and turn our rain probability up. Did my chat just break again? Nope, apparently not. Sparko, yes, the horn does come with the truck. If they're gonna allow the trucks to get dirty with road grime that you get on the windshield also, I wonder if they would give us the ability to have like a windshield washer spray so we can actually clean off the viewable area of the windshield, of where at least the wipers run. There's a Grover air horn mod on the workshop. I have not tried it though. Not a problem at all, Sparko? I hope Mr. Newpen there doesn't try to merge into us again. And the AI in this game, you guys have probably seen it. It will start zigzagging between lanes, and I absolutely hate when it does that because you have no idea what they're going to be doing. you don't even need a mod in order to get no traffic, Martin. If you have the dev console enabled, all you gotta do is open that IPE and type G_traffic 0. Yeah, I normally don't use them, Sparko. The only one that I do run on a regular basis is the Sound Fixes pack, and that changes the default horns. And Sound Fixes pack is updated regularly. You should not have any problems with it. And what that includes is AI traffic sounds, the horn sounds. It does change some of the other ones, such as the sounds of when you're refueling, your garage doors, and things like that. we go in Oregon after we get this load dropped in Sacramento? Well, there should be a whole bunch of loads out of Sacramento. We don't need to reload out of Walmart, so, and we'll take a look and see what's there, and we'll get an idea of where you guys want to go. And I am thinking of, like, Pendleton. Ontario would work too. I wonder if it's going to rain since we turned the rain probability up. That's another question. Man, there definitely is not a lot to see in the middle of California here. Whoops. Sorry, Mr. Four-Wheeler. As always, guys, if you are enjoying today's live stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and slap that red subscribe button. If you want to get a notification every time I do go live or upload a video, you want to enable those by clicking on the gray bell. Your support for the channel would be greatly appreciated. Yep, it's not Junior, it's just a plain dry box. Yeah, even though I have the reefer sides on it, it's just a plain dry box. I was too lazy to change that out. Mr. Four-Wheeler, what the hell are you doing? Nothing like getting brake checked because they had to slow down and take a look and see what the hell is going on. May 3rd is when I'm leaving for Vegas. Yeah, we're probably leaving about 6 o'clock that night, driving all night Friday, all day Saturday, stopping Saturday night, and then getting out to Vegas sometime early Monday. This was probably 4 to 600 mile range. And where do they want the wagon? Right next to the fence? Hey, perfect for me. Oh yeah, that is going to be a long drive, and we're only going to have 2 drivers this year instead of like the 3 or 4 that we've had the previous years. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, nothing for Pendleton. And let's check the global cargo market here for Sacramento. Well, there's Pendleton there. I don't believe I saw any on Ontario, unless I was blind. No Ontario, so Pendleton it is. Picking up a load of TVs and going to Walmart. Yeah, the easiest part of the trip is actually, it's mostly interstate the whole way. We'll get out, we'll pretty much follow Interstate 80 all the way over to the west side of Nebraska, and then we'll run down through Denver, and well, not so much Colorado Springs, but go down through Denver. We'll hit a little bit of Arizona, Kingman area actually, and then we'll go back up into Vegas. And the only reason we go that way is to stop by the Hoover Dam if we're gonna, well, that's the plan this year, is to get to the Hoover Dam, and if we can do it before we actually get to Vegas, it would be great, but otherwise we'll go ahead and we'll spend a day sightseeing and we'll hit up all the sites. You heading on out, Junior? And of course, with the way that this box is set up, we're not going to be able to bump the dock, so yeah. Alright, this is a hot load. We need to be there Thursday. Oh, geez, we've got plenty of time. There are currently two signed licenses, Martin, the International Lone Star and this truck here, the Freightliner Cascadia 2018. hopefully, if things go well, we'll get the Lone Star later this year, but they have not given us a possible release date as of yet. Those are the only two brands that are not licensed, are Western Star and Mac. Once again, guys, today's truck is the Freightliner Cascadia. This is the Galamim edit of Felipe Combar's mod. If you do want to download this, current version is 1.9. and you can download it at the SCS forums underneath the mod, models, and truck section. Whoops, I was kind of lane surfing there. Schneiderman, proud to be a Schneiderman. Yep, bye-bye, Mr. Pumpkin Patch. Oh, whoops, there I go, taking a drink of water and accidentally blew the horn. Yeah, those guys were so not going to slow down. They were going to cut over anyway. Thank goodness we had the hammer lane open. I will not be on multiplayer tonight, Martin. funny. You guys gotta do the speed limit. We're 15 miles an hour under. Holy Nikes. Yes, and I did say Nikes because I didn't want to say something else. Yeah, we're going for it. Hopefully a car doesn't come. And I've said that before, that is a legal pass since we did start the maneuver before the passing zone ended. And just to make sure I don't run out of fuel, we're going to pull into this Hearts up here too. And since it's been so long since I drove this truck, it says we've got under a half tank, but I am not very sure on that. And that gauge there said half tank also, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Whoops, I guess I should have went the other way. We'll just cut across here. My bad. Nub 2.0, welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for joining us. Why not? Let's see how heavy we are with this load on and just getting a load of fuel. Hey, how about that? We are legal. If you need fuel, Martin, it's not going to cost you any money. The company that you're pulling for will pay that. It all depends on, it's all random, really. No, this game is not available on console, only on PC. However, if you do have a PC and not sure the game will run, go ahead and create a Steam account if you already haven't, and download the free-to-play version. MFF Crazy V, thanks for so much for the follow there on Mixer. I definitely appreciate it. One thing with the free-to-play version, more than likely it's not going to be fully up to date. The scale on that's going to be 1.35, but you will be able to drive around Arizona to see if your computer will handle it. And if that is fine with you, hey, more power to you. You won't be able to add any mods to it or anything, but then you would be able to at least wait until the game goes on sale, which it usually does for $5. As far as I know, you can, and you would be able to use that Xbox controller for the steering in the game. Damn it, I just got myself a driving award. mean, any PC will work there, Crazy. Even a laptop, it doesn't need to be overly powerful. That's why I did recommend trying the free-to-play version to see if your PC will handle it, if you do have one. I do have 2 of the official map DLCs in New Mexico and Oregon. We are currently in Oregon. Otherwise, I'm not running any mods like Coast to Coast or US City Expansion. Basically, we're just in the base map today with those 2 official map DLCs. There is one mod that I know of. It is called, oh shoot, I just forgot the name of it. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Frosty ATS is what it is called. It is a winter mod, and there is a companion physics mod that goes with it for icy roads. And we've got a detour. Let's find out. We need to find our way around this. And basically, I don't believe there is. Well, there is. It's going to route us this way, go across 20, up into Salem to Portland, and then run across this way to Pendleton. I'm not going to run back down and go across 20 up through Burns. That's a pain in the butt. I'm going to see if we can get by the detour. Yep, so we're going straight. Oh, what the heck do we got up here? We got, what, like a major accident? Yep. Well, guess what, guys? We are going into oncoming traffic. And we're gonna burn the red light too. And the detours, which were released in version 1.34, they are a very feature. However, ATS does not have the roadwork for them to be really useful. They're more right now an annoyance than anything. What happened, Martin? depends on the map, actually. With coast to coast, if you get down into Texas and the areas that they're working on, so Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Texas, a little bit of Oklahoma, and along the southern part of the U.S., so we're talking Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida, those areas have been built up, so they're not going to say the best, but they're not the worst either. But you get into some of those areas and it can affect performance. Hey, Miles, what's up today? Now, your Mexico maps, Mexico Extremo, that is a very detailed map, so that will definitely affect performance. But that also depends on how high you have your graphics settings turned up to. You can get a mod called Can It Dream, but you will need coast to coast in order to run it. As of right now, there are no connecting states in ATS to get to Canada. If you are going to download map mods, the best place in order to do that is right from the SES forums. Do not use any third-party mod websites. They released a blog the other day, Miles, on a logging road that actually looked very, very interesting. I'm sure they did do their racing event as they planned. How it turned out, I have no idea. I'm actually running a sound mod which is called Sound Fixes Pack. Have no problems with it whatsoever. And that will be sounds for AI traffic, among other things. So if you hear traffic going by, that's the Sound Fixes mod that I'm running. There are engine mods which work very, very well. Probably the most popular one is by a creator called Creechbomb. no release date has been set as of yet. I'm thinking more than likely with version 1.35, which is probably going to be more towards middle to late spring. So I'm going to be looking May or June for that one. Then there is a mod manager there, crazy, in the launch screen that you can enable. There's also the Steam Workshop that you can download mods from. If you are doing freight market or cargo market jobs to where you own your own truck, yes. If you do, and even external contracts, if you have your own truck, you will be paying for your fuel. The only time that you would not is if you are doing quick jobs. And then also, if your truck gets damaged, if you own your own truck, you will be paying for the repairs also. Oh, no problem at all, crazy. I'll be more than happy to answer questions for you. Not officially from SCS, there isn't. However, there is a mod called Truckers MP that does have multiplayer. No AI traffic, but you do need to play the game for 2 hours before you can sign up for an account and get in there. Then, of course, with multiplayer, there are no mods allowed. Basically, just what you get in the game, and that's it. Well, I'm actually running one of those right now, which is called Reshade. They get rid of the yellow hue to the game. They are very good. But something like if you're referring to a realistic graphics mod, I would not recommend using those. In my experience with you running that, depending on the truck that you're running, it can actually decrease frame rate, not increase like the creator says. There is not that I know of. That's it, Prime. Just run the red light. And let's see, where do they want that? Hey, I can get it in there. And we're going to have to do a couple of pulls, but we can definitely get in there. Actually, nope. This truck does not have the turning radius I thought it did. We're gonna have to blindside. Oh, Coda, what the hell are you doing? Let's try this one more time and hopefully I don't screw up. And this is why professional drivers do not like blindside backing, because it's a royal PETA. And of course, we cannot bump the dock here, so we're in. That's all that matters. Alright, and I'm going to do one more trip here, and let's go ahead. We're going to just run right back across 84 over onto US 30 on the outside of Portland, and we'll take a load of empty pallets to Astoria. Now, one thing that I am going to do here is I'm just going to save the game very quickly. And Crazy, you were asking about mods. There are horn mods. One of the ones that I'm going to actually show you is, this is the mod manager, and of course these are my mods. The one that has the additional sounds is this one right here, the Sound Fixes pack. That does have... It changes the stock horn sounds, but there are other ones. There are truck-specific ones in addition. But this here is just a list of the mods that I am running. And then I've got a whole bunch of other over here, many that are not even activated. Well, this truck that I'm running, it actually has a train horn on it, and that is in the mod itself. The Sound Fixes pack, yes, it does have a train horn. Cascadia with the train horn, very unusual. So you hear that there, the engine of that Pepsi truck going by, that is the sound fixes pack also. And the enhanced train mod that you saw there, that actually was for the train sounds in the game. Majority of the trains do not have horns, they don't have bells. So that's what that mod does. Gixer Dog there on Mixer, I do appreciate the follow, thank you very much. I do hope I pronounced your name properly too. Awesome sauce. I am doing quite well this Tuesday evening. We're going over to Astoria, and we had just left out of Pendleton, so straight across 84 to Portland, hit US 30, and we'll be right there. Yeah, we'll go from the desert side of the state all the way to the green side. I appreciate the hosting there, Gixer Dog. Thank you very much. Well, let's check here, Crazy, because I did not look. Water River 4, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Yep, this was brand new when we started. That we are up to... Oh, that's range left for fuel. One moment. Nope, this truck does not have an odometer on it. Truck that I have that has the most miles is actually in my multiplayer profile, over 60,000 miles on it. This profile that I'm currently running though, this is basically my streaming profile, so it's 9 times out of 10 I am running a brand new truck. It should be 23:43 in the UK. I don't believe their clocks went forward yet. Please, Oregon DOT, do not pull me into the chicken coop. Damn it. No, there are several different views, Water. One of them here is you've got your regular chase camera, which a lot of people do drive by. And I just use the interior because I am a former professional driver. That's what I am used to seeing. My local time is 7:45 p.m. Oh, hell no, they'll never pay me enough to drive for Swift. And then you get to hear all the analogies for Swift. Sure wish I finished training. Sure wished I had a faster truck. Sure, we're insured for that. Stop worrying, it's finally there. You can grab this on Steam. Right now the base game is $20. If you do want to give it a try out, go ahead and sign up for a Steam account if you don't have one. Completely free. Search for American Truck Simulator Demo. And the demo is actually Arizona, the entire state. My computer specs should be listed below in the description there, Water. And it's not an overall bad computer, but it is starting to get a little dated. mostly just this water. I do have Euro Truck Simulator 2, but I'm an American. I love American trucks. More for the immersion than anything else, I would recommend Creechbomb's engine mod. And what I will do here after I drop this load, I'm going to go ahead and hop into my W900, which has a Cummins 444 underneath the hood. You'll be able to tell the difference between that truck and this Cummins X15. Just like real life, the AI four-wheelers, they are incredibly dumb. And some of them will spike their brakes at you, others will run through red lights. Well, not really running through, they'll be in the middle of the intersection and the light turns red. It's just, gotta keep you on your toes, basically. Yep, just like that idiot. Trucks do not stop on dimes. Now, I can turn up the braking sensitivity so I would be able to stop on a dime, but that's not realistic. Being a former driver, I want to have this like it was back when I was driving. And that wasn't more so the AI's fault than it was mine for not really paying attention. going into Costco up here, we've got a very interesting turn, especially if traffic is going to be coming out. What I am going to do is I'm probably going to sit here at this light for just a few moments, let some of the AI traffic go, because I'm going to have to button hook to get around that corner. If you're not sure what a button hook is, you're going to find out. And there you go, now you know what a button hook is. And just for the sound difference, I'm hopping into my W9 here. And there you guys will have a, well, let's go ahead and change the time to like midday. Alright, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and get this fired up. As you guys can hear, a very big difference between an X15 and the 444. Alright, but I am going to call it quits here for this evening, guys. I do want to thank you for watching. For those on YouTube, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. Help the channel grow. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday nights. As always, keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.